Welcome to another tech articles. In today's article, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to use SureCart to sell access to posts without a membership plugin, using some custom code. The desired result is available to view here, and this is what we're trying to achieve. We are trying to make it so that people can unlock access for a one-time fee to posts. And the code for this post is behind said paywall, and a link will be in the description below. So the first thing we need to do is talk about SureCart. Now, SureCart is available for free with a 1.9% in addition to your transaction provider fee. So that's in addition to the Stripe fees, free of charge. There's no charge. There's no charge for that. There's a few pay-as-you-go extras as well for all the bumps, etc. Or you can subscribe to a yearly or a lifetime plan for a single store. They go up to a lifetime plan for unlimited stores too. If you are considering purchasing SureCart, I would very much appreciate it if you could help the channel by using the affiliate link below. But in today's example, actually the store we're going to be using is in an account separate from my main store. So we are actually going to be using a launch account today as part of this tutorial. So you can do this with the free version of SureCart. And in terms of plugins that are needed, SureCart is you can use the free version. You can use the free version of Fluent Snippets, which is free to put the code into your store. So actually, this can be achieved with no cost except for the access to the snippets involved. And I've got a brand new store here, and the first thing I'm going to do is just install some bits and pieces that are not relevant to setting up a store, but currently this is just a brand new blank website with a few plugins installed. So the first thing I'm going to do is go to plugins and to my custom bundle installer, and I'm just going to install a Cadence, I think, set of plugins, and that's installing Cadence behind the scenes. It'll take a few seconds to download and install all the various plugins for this Cadence bundle, which is now done. So I'm going to also install AI starter templates, and while that is doing that, and it is activated, and I'm going to use classic templates here. I don't want to do anything particularly. I'm just trying to select a good enough looking. In fact, in testing, I used the one that had a writing course. This one, we'll use this one. So because I know this has some blog posts, we'll pick a color scheme. I don't know. This one's fine. This is all irrelevant really. I'm just going to push finish on and go and start importing the plugins, and this will give us a fully set up site where we don't have to write our own posts. So while that's whirling around, our next step will be to install SureCart to this site. But I'll just take you to the front end once it's installed and set up, and show you that there's some blog posts here, and they are currently freely available. And then we'll go from there. So this is the site that's now just been installed for us using Cadence Bundle, and there are some blog posts here. And we are going to look to secure some of these blog posts for to make them pay to read. I'm not precious about which ones they'll be. We'll do that when we get round to it. But that is it now. We now have a site that we can pretend that we are wanting to monetize the posts. So that doesn't take long to do. And what we're going to do now is we're going to install SureCart. SureCart. and we're going to go to SureCart and get started. Connect to an existing store is what I'm going to select, and I'm going to paste in what I believe is the right API key for the store I want to use, and I should now be able to see my store. Once SureCart loads, we have some items here. I'm going to delete this one. Once it's all set up, we're going to go to post access and push edit. So what we've got here is a single purchasable. Let's remove this item here and add a new this one here, and we'll select that, and now we've got a nice little image to use for the post. And we have a buy link here, and we have price ID for this $1.99 to buy a post. Now you can have a different item per post, you could have a different pricing per post. How you do that is entirely up to you, and you'll see later on in the code how we do that. But for now, we are going to leave this as it is, and that is it. We are good to go. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to WP Codebox, and I'm going to head over to my site on the other screen, and I'm going to pull the code. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to call this main cell post, and I'm just going to paste the code in here and push save, and then I'm going to save that. I'm reloading the file, and we'll go to WP Codebox, put a new snippet in, and we are good. So the next snippet I want to put in here while we're in, I'm not actually going to activate, it's to show later. Let's paste this in here. Target post, and we're going to save that. I'm not going to activate it. So that's all done. The first thing I want to do is head over to users. And if we go to users now, you'll see there's a new box here, which is allow post ID. This is populated by the snippets that we just installed and activated. And if we go up to posts and select a post, and in this case, I'm going to select the very top post for ease, and you'll notice some additional meta in the meta fields as well down here. So we now have protect post access, a raw purchase link, which will produce a final purchase link, and an authorized price ID and a post ID. The reason the post ID here is so that if you manually want to give somebody access to a post, you don't have to work out by looking up here what it is. It's just down here. You could just come here, take it, put it in for somebody. So we are going to begin to set this post to protected. So it is as simple as protecting this post, and this post is now protected. But obviously you can't purchase it without filling in the rest of the details. So if we head over here, you could see this post is protected. And the stylization here is taken from the theme in this case, because it's picked up that this is a button, and it's picked up the wording and how that works. And the second piece of code that I added that didn't activate, if we head back into our dashboard, is to take over stylization of certain posts. So target post, this allows us to target posts. So if we head over to our post, which we know is 1110, and we edit this and add 1110 in here, this will allow us to target that post. So I'm going to save that. I'm going to save this, and now if we head over here, we've changed the stylization of the protection. So what we've done there is we've just applied a function to replace the protection with different wordings and different styles. So you can do this on a post by post basis, as well as a totally all of the posts stylization. But it is designed to try and pick up whatever styling it can with quite common names like protected button and stuff that your themed naturally should begin to protect. So I'm going to go back and turn this off for now, and we're going to stick with what is the theme's natural look. mainly because it's there and done. Now the purchase access at the minute doesn't do anything. It doesn't link to anywhere. So what we're going to do now is we're going to begin to pull that out. And on the post that you'll see where the code for this is, you'll see that I've been able to show part of the blog post before it becomes protected, and it's really quite simple to do that. All you have to do is put in a HTML element and just put protected in, and anything below that point will be protected. By default, the whole post is protected. It will scan for this tag and protect that. So if we now reload this page, we should get a partial load till where we put that protected, as you can see, which is exactly what we've done. And if we were to pull this up into here, and we would move this all the way down to below here with the row element here, and then save that again, you'll get even more of the post available to you before it cuts off. And if we were to do it again and grab it and take it all the way up to the below the brand reinforcement tag here, you'll see again that it renders all of what's there. So it's really quite easy to do, and it does that by default. So if you've got a protected tag in there, it will run to the protected tag. If you haven't, it will just show as normal. So the next thing is setting up this access to purchase. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to head over to my installation here, and I'm going to go to our products, and we already have a product set up with a nice little image which we did at the start, and I didn't need to, I'm sure I don't need to show you how to add a product and work with SureCart. So what we're going to do is push copy links. So this is our buy link. This is the first link we need, and we're going to copy that and go over to edit post. We've protected the post. We put the buy link in the raw purchase link, and that is done. And the all price ID, if you're only selling for, only got one type of sale that can only do posts, then actually you don't need to use this box. If you're going to have different posts at different prices, you do want to use the authorized price ID, and you get that just by copying this. And what it'll do is in the sent over data on the sale, it will check that not only was it using this link and the ID came over, it will also check that it was this price that was paid. So we'll push save, and that is it. That this is now a populated, ready to buy link. But there's a few more steps that we need to do in SureCart to get this to work. So post ID is our link in this case, so I'm going to copy that so that we can put it in correctly, and we're going to go over to our dashboard. We're going to navigate to SureCart. We're going to navigate to custom forms. We're going to edit the checkout form, and this will load up eventually. And what we're going to do is we're going to click all the way down the bottom here where purchase is. On this side, we're going to open up our columns, and we are going to add a text field. And you'll see the text field is here. We want it here, so I'm just going to go back to hit this, grab this, close this down, and I'm going to grab and put this directly under the submit button, I think. And there we go. Well, we know it's called page post ID because that's what it is. And the next thing we need to do, and I'm going to leave this, actually I'm going to leave this in place for now so you can see how this works now, and then we'll come back and we'll hide it. So I'm now going to open back to this page. I'm going to reload it so we've got the up-to-date information. I'm going to purchase access, and I'm not going to complete this transaction, but you'll see down here it's automatically pushed the post ID to this box. And this is why we need it, because we need this post ID information to process our sale. But obviously you don't want a post ID box that people can edit on their screen, so we can hide that using CSS. So if we now go back over to our post ID and we change this to a particular class, and in the hard coded within the script is a CSS class called hidden post ID, and we save that, and it will then hide this item. So if we now refresh this page, it's still there, but it's hidden. So if we inspect the page, post ID, value 1110, and that is correct. That's exactly what we want it to do. It knows it should be hidden, and because of the CSS within this script, it has now hidden that file, so it's not viewable. And this is totally changeable. There is a filter to change the post ID so that it can be something else. If you need that extra level of security, you could call it whatever you like. You could call it Jacob's post ID, whatever you like. It doesn't have to even be post ID. You can call it Apocalypse, and as long as you set that filter and you add that and you call that field Apocalypse and you apply your hidden, it will work the same way. It's designed to use that filter. So that's it. We are now set up, and we can have post access. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to SureCart over here. It's a test processor, so it doesn't matter. I'm just going to put some stuff in here, and then I'm going to push this button. But before I do that, I'm going to head over to our users and select the main user on this account. And as you'll see down here, there is no allowed post IDs. I'm going to purchase this item, and it will begin to finalize. It's going to take me to the dashboard of the site, which is fine. And I'm going to go back over to this profile, and I'm going to refresh. I've had the email to say that the store has had a sale, so I'm going to refresh this now, and you'll see that the allowed post IDs down here is 1110. So now if we navigate back to the site, even though I'm an admin of this site, it's protected from me because I didn't have the access. If we now go and read that blog post, it should no longer be protected, which it isn't. But equally, if I wanted to remove access to that post, all I have to do is delete it, update the profile, and then my access should be removed, which it is. This is content protected, it's purchased, and that is really as simple as it works. You can check what people have access to within their profile. You can manually add them. I believe it was 110, wasn't it? You can manually add post IDs here as well. So if I could add them to 110, I could add them to, I don't know, 1111. Updated profiles. They've now got access to both of those. Refresh this, and we should have access to this page again. And that's how it works. So if we've done one. If we close down some of these tabs to make it a bit easier to navigate, and because we don't really need them anymore, and if we go back to our dashboard and we go to posts, and we'll do the next post down, except this time I'm not going to go through adding it to SureCart. For speed, I'm just going to protect the post, and it's 1108. And if we now view 1108, we can't see anything because it's protected. But if I go down here and add 1108 instead of 1111, 1108, and update that profile, I have access to this post. So that's how it works. You can do it via SureCart to sell the posts. You can add in individual protection and give posts to users manually, the way I have just done there. Revoke access if there is a reason to do so at a later date. Code for this tutorial is available to purchase on one of my websites using this exact setup actually. And if you head over to the link in the description, you will see a page like this, and you will be able to purchase the content using the purchase access link available here. And it's been priced at £7.99 UK pounds, which is about $10. If you do purchase SureCart through my affiliate link, you are more than welcome to a copy of this code free of charge. Just send me an email and I will check the purchase history and go from there. If you like this video, if you want to see more videos on SureCart, Sureforms, WordPress, automation in general, please do like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.